What up, guys? They're eventually checking in. Nice to meet you. Got a great one for you. 6 life and money lessons learned from Ray Dalio, billionaire investor, hedge fund manager, Bridgewater Associates, currently managing over $160 billion in assets, best-selling author, principles. Go out there and check that book out. Ray Dalio, great episode. Stay tuned.
All right, moving to number 1. He who lives by the crystal ball will eat shattered glass. Now think about it for a second. Think about it. How many of us live by the crystal ball? Everything is rainbows, butterflies, and unicorns, right? We love the sunshine and everything, but if you live like that, if you constantly stay in that state of mind and you have no effort towards anything, that you don't jump over stumbling blocks, you don't push your way through the thorns of the roses and things like that, you are going to eat that shattered glass. You are going to either be content or you're not going to make it. Guys, not everything's going to be pretty. Not everything's going to be great in your life. You have to constantly be striving to be better, to learn more, to perceive the world as it is and not stay in this status or this bubble of bliss or whatever it may be that is comfortable to you. You have to step outside the box so you're not eating shattered glass. So you are actually accomplishing something.
At number 2, crew, choose your habits well. Habits are the most important tool in your brain box, guys. As we already know, it takes 30 days to develop some good habits, guys. What kind of habits are you developing? What kind of health habits are you developing? What kind of financial habits are you developing, right? So you must be sure that you choose your habits well, all of them, from financial to the way you live, to the people you engage with, to the things you do on a day-to-day. Choose your habits well. This could be the difference between you being a millionaire, billionaire, or just some broke person on the street, guys. All comes down to your habits.
All right, guys, number 3. If you are not aggressive, you are not going to make money. If you are not defensive, you are not going to keep money. Guys, if you don't push forward, especially in sales, sales is one of those things you have to be able to take the word no. You have to accept that and keep moving forward. But no doesn't always mean no. You can go back months later and say, hey, I'm revisiting this, I'm opening this. And you have to be willing to hear it again. Sales, you have to be consistent over and over. You have to be aggressive. But if you aren't defensive with your money, if you're not saving money, if you're not reinvesting in yourself, you won't keep it. You won't make more. You won't have any. You're just spending it all trying to flex or whatever you may be doing. You have to be aggressive and you have to be defensive in order to make money and keep it.
Number 4, great people are hard to find, so make sure you think of ways to keep them, guys. Think about it. We're on this entrepreneurial journey, and a lot of you guys are on this verge of scaling up your business, and you're going to need to add people as well as keep people within your industry or your company. So how are you keeping people? How are you keeping your higher achievers, guys? We all know right now in America, people do not want to work. So those few who do want to work, how are you keeping them incentivized to keep working for you? How are you keeping them incentivized to keep running with you, right? Working within your company, right? So you want to figure out ways to keep your great people great, keep your high achievers achieving, and all for the better good of your industry, your company, whatever it is you want to be. Even if you're a manager working within somebody else's company, you still want to do well by the people you oversee, right? You are the manager, it's up to you, right? So you want to keep the great people being great, the high achievers achieving. How are you going to come up with creative ways to keep them going?
Number 5, the greatest success you can have as a person in charge is to orchestrate people to be successful without you. Guys, this is huge. Your company needs to be able to run and flourish without you. The more money you're going to make is when you can take a step back and let it run for itself. You have to delegate. That is a huge word in the entrepreneurial world that a lot of people have trouble doing. I know, me personally, I have a lot of trouble doing it because I like to micromanage. I like to make sure that my baby is rocked to sleep every night. But you have to take a step back. You have to hire a manager. You have to hire a secretary. You need to hire people who can scale your business. You have to be willing to train good people to do a great job, guys. You have to build people up. You have to instill a professional sense, a sense of pride within your workplace, in your company, to make sure it's going to grow and build. It's hard, it's tough to do, but you do have to take a step back so your company can run on its own.
So guys, with this one, I know like you just talked about, right? A lot of you guys are micromanagers, are hesitant. So you want to start off something as simple as just hire one VA, right? One virtual assistant, just one employee, one part-time employee, one 1099 individual, and then just go from there, right? Baby step. You can baby step this thing into taking a step back and giving yourself that eagle-eye view of your company. At number 6, guys, final point. This one is a very, very controversial take, and this one is cash is trash, guys. Cash is trash. Take this one with a grain of salt, right? Because it all depends on where you are financially. As we all know, inflation is a real thing out here. But according to Ray Dalio, cash is trash. And he stands firm on that. He stands on business when it comes to that. So take this one with a grain of salt, guys. But nevertheless, interesting guy, billionaire, and great financial mind, right? So there you have it. Like, comment, subscribe below. Live eventually. World's yours.